Welcome back to Market Pros, and let's jump right into it. All right, so here we got Solana. Your RSI is in the bearish control zone, back in the bearish control zone. We did try to test that signal line and bounce off, but came right back through it. So no divergences to be aware of. Let's see. Well, we did have bearish divergence here, but obviously that's what let us down. MACD riding this zero line right now. Looks like we could be coming back up for a retest and resumption down, because so far we did get the cross down. Now it wouldn't take much to turn that back around, but we got to see. And your volatility looks like it's going to start expanding. So yeah, the vol's in the lower zone right now. So we did come back up to the 50, got rejected. So if these moving averages fan back out, that's not going to look good. Basically, we need to hold $99. Actually $99.65. We need to hold that level. If we do fall below that level, honestly, I think we would be coming down to this next one at $72. So definitely pay attention to that level. Now, it's not just going to go straight down. And plus, a lot of this has to do with what Bitcoin does. I mean, this could come down and stop right here at the 414 or the 272 on the 3 spot, and maybe even the 618 at $92. And then if Bitcoin would turn around, this would be one big fake out. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to watch Bitcoin as well. Always watch Bitcoin as well as your analysis on, altcoins. So let's move on to Atlas. All right, so here we have Atlas, your RSI in the neutral median zone. Let's see here. Looks like we're coming back down, going to test the signal line. So we will find out if that does cross that signal line. I would expect to come back down to the neutral line. And honestly, I think we would probably try to test the bearish control zone. Now, if we break this last low at 0.0246, that would lead us into the bearish control zone, I think. This MACD, basically right on the zero line, you did get a fresh cross to the up. You get a fresh cross above the zero line, but your positive momentum is decreasing and your MACD is losing its upside curvature. Now, it's done this before. You popped up and it was kind of a fake out and then dropped back down. So if that happens and we get in the bearish control zone and this volatility turns up, I do think we would break this last low at this blue line. Let's go ahead and move this down, actually. Yep. And so, yeah, definitely watch this blue line, bottom of this purple box. And, yeah, validation of the upside would be if we can get back above, first of all, back above this VPVR second point of control at 0.0266. But honestly, I would like to see us close above 0.0267 and break this last lower high. So that would be the first confirmation of an uptrend. We made a slightly higher high here, but nothing to really be, stoked about. We did have a lower low. So if we come back down and put in a higher low, we could, this could be a potential maybe reaccumulation zone, because we are in a range right now. Basically the levels I was just talking about. So yeah, definitely pay attention to your range, because that's going to dictate a lot of what happens next, especially to the downside. If we do break to the downside, let's see where we could end up. Because, yeah, so the first spot I'd be looking at would be 0.0231. And after that, we'd come back to it. Honestly, it could even bounce off 0.0232. So anywhere between that level and that level would be what I would be looking at. Let's move on to Polis. All right, so here we are on Polis. Let's check the RSI real quick. So we are coming back down, testing the signal line. Now, if we break it, of course, that's not going to look good. The last time we broke it, it was kind of a fake out, though, but we also were coming up out of the bearish control zone. This time we are in the neutral median zone, above the neutral median line. Basically came up, front ran the bullish control zone, got rejected. So let's see, your vol is in, it was in the upper zone. Now it's kind of coming down as we are basically operating in a short-term range. MACD, fresh cross to the upside of the zero line, but your positive momentum is decreasing a bit. Now, we have been getting rejected basically right where we're at. Basically, you could draw a trend line here if you'd like. And let's see here. So, do have bullish divergence, but that probably already played out. And yeah, right here we had bearish divergence, that already played out. Now, we could be forming, nope. All right, so no bearish divergence now. All right, so validation to the downside would be to get back below 147. If we do that, next stop would be 133 or 134, probably 134. I would expect a bounce at 139, but ultimately I think we would go back down to 134. Now, that's not going to look good because this is our last level of support right here before making new all-time lows. It does look sketchy right now, for sure. Validation to the upside would be to get back above 163 and this last breakdown point. So yeah, watch your levels. All your moving averages have negative slopes besides for the 21 and the 50, which look like they could be trying to cross bullish. If they do cross bullish and both cross the 100, I would expect it to break this high and come up to this 200 at 165. Probably minor rejection there. Come back down a little bit, make a higher low, and then resume up. And then have your, I would expect a major rejection at 183. So definitely watch that. Definitely watch what these moving averages do at the 100 at basically 155. Definitely watch that level. Watch this level to the downside. If we do break 135, my next guess that I would be looking at, let's take a fib from all the way here to all the way up here. So we did plow through the 786. Yeah, man, it's not really looking too good. Let's see. Let's put another fib. We'll put another short-term fib because basically that just leads us down to the zero line. Okay, so what I'd be looking at right now, we have bounced off the 2618. All right, so let's widen this up. Come up here. Next level I'd be looking at, because obviously we are respecting the 618s. So the next level, I mean, I would expect a bounce at the 272 at 143, but ultimately I think we would come back down to that 141 region. Especially if we break this last low. Now, it just so happens that the 4618 comes in at 135. That's our last point of hope right there. If that happens, obviously we're going to make new all-time lows. So yeah, definitely watch that level at 135. I mean, we can't even forecast, nothing really below there right now. So we'd kind of be in new territory. So yeah, let's move on to Bitcoin. All right, so here we got Bitcoin. Did make a lower high, did make a lower low, first of all. RSI, trying to get back in the bearish control zone. Yeah, we already crossed the signal line. MACD, trying to get up to the new, tried to get up to the zero line. Your positive momentum is decreasing. You did get rejected, basically at the same spot you got rejected this time. So let's see what that led us down to after that. Okay, so basically got us a pretty nice move. It probably would lead us to a lower low. Vol is in the lower zone, but it is expanding. Bitcoin doesn't look too good right now. I mean, there's always a bullish case. The bullish case would be to get back above this last local high at 4569. Well, basically 4600. That would be when I would potentially become bullish. We could even have a inverse. Let's see what the volume profile is like. Okay, so not the volume profile really doesn't match what would be a head and shoulders. So if we do break this last low, my next area would be 38. Next area after that would be 35. Between 33 and 35. If we do break 38. 38K is a key level. So definitely watch that level if we do come back down. We're either obviously going to bounce here and then come back to it. I mean, we could bounce all the way up to 41 to 80, 4,200 or 42,000. Those would be the two levels I'd be looking at for a potential bull trap. And then we'd come back to it. We'd come back to it at that point. Now, if we do break 39, like I said, well, actually 39, 300. My next stop would be 38. Like I said, after that, it'd be 33 to 35. And yeah, I mean, so Bitcoin looks more bearish than bullish right now, but I mean, we haven't really got a big bounce yet. But then again, I mean, we didn't get a big bounce this whole time. I mean, this right here was probably our biggest bounce. Second biggest bounce was right here. So, need to watch these levels close because this is going to have big effects on the rest of the market. So, if you guys like the video, like the video. It helps support the channel. It's a new channel, so I need all the support I can get. Yeah, leave a comment down below, all that. The subscribe, all that jazz, all that. And if you didn't like the video, leave me a comment anyway. Tell me how I can improve. I'm always wanting to improve. So everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you in the next one.